No sneeze?
No, I was like looking at the light, making weird faces. I felt a sneeze coming on, but it's not going to happen.
Well, you look extra pretty.
Thank you, sir. I washed my hair. Got my hair did.
Good. You look nice, as always. It's kind of a weird situation. It's like the material's like almost waterproof or something.
It's like a raincoat or a windbreaker, but it's a dress.
Yes.
But it's cute.
Rental?
Yes, rental. If we lived somewhere where it actually rained more, I might keep it. Because it's comfy.
Well, I don't want to rat you out, but you did wear that this weekend in Portland, so...
It was very Portland appropriate, and I liked it. So I thought, well, while we're indoors, I'd wear it one more time before I send it back.
Well, looks good. You look good. How's my friend Rick?
You look good, too. You told me that 3 times. You look good, too.
I wasn't fishing for you to tell me. I'm used to it. Like, compliments, not happening. I've been married a long time to this woman. Compliments, not happen. Thank yous, never happening. I appreciate you, never happening. I love yous, not happening.
I
already know
love
that.
you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You look good.
I'm married to a cold bitch. That's what I'm married to. And I look.
That is not fair.
When we first started dating, Renae goes, "Look, I am who I am, and you need to know that. And if you don't like it, then you can go."
Yes,
That's what she said.
also a 19-year-old.
I'm just saying.
So it's I'm a little different now.
Poquito. I'm very proud. Renae and I decided to do a little Wedding Wednesday thing, and it's been fun. We've been putting it on our Instagram, and people seem to really like it, so we'll deliver another one.
Yeah, Eric's tossed a question at us, and we don't know what he's going to throw at us.
We don't know what he's throwing at us today,
he's getting it from comments or whatever and throwing one at us.
I wonder, like Rick, if you have an idea for our little Wedding Wednesday topic, let me know.
Okay, I'm going to put some thought into it.
Dude, Rick's going to come up with something.
Make a column of ones that might get you into a fight and ones that won't get us into a fight, Rick. Because I feel like you know both.
I always do.
How to deal with a cold-hearted bitch.
Stop.
This Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday. How to deal with being married to a small penis. Fuck, who wrote that one? Who wrote that one? No, usually when I hit the stage here for our podcast, I'm like, I kind of have an idea of what I want to talk about, and today I really don't.
You don't? Yeah.
No.
We traveled together for the first time in a long time.
Well, I know we'll talk about that. That was really fun. Anytime I get to be with the kiddos and the wife, it's always really nice. And we did go to Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
Congratulations, Portland. You did it. You've kept it weird. It is very fucking weird.
I think it might be weirder than Austin. Rick, have you been to Portland, Oregon before?
I have not.
Okay, because I know you've been to Austin.
It's not weirder than Austin.
You don't think so? I mean, I don't spend a lot of time in Austin.
There was a debate because I understood, and maybe Rick and Eric can look it up. I understood that Austin was the first one to coin "Keep Austin Weird," and Portland stole it from Austin.
Did they?
Because I do know that the Seattle Seahawks for a long time claimed the 12th man, and they 100% stole it from Texas A&M. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Texas A&M made them stop doing it. Austin was first?
Austin was first, 2000.
And then 2003 was Oregon.
Yeah, so, these Oregon people were very upset because, there is no professional football team, so they root for Seattle. So I informed them that they stole that from Texas. They didn't like that. Oh. Then I informed them that they also stole Keep Portland Weird from Austin. They fucking didn't like that. Yeah. Like one woman was literally in the audience like this. Like she was like, no, we did it first. And I'm like, well, I mean, none of that you shouldn't be proud of any of that. These freaking weirdos. But no, it was, I was happy to take you over there and for the kids to go because I really enjoyed, because of what I do for a living, that my kids get to see non-traditional great places.
Yeah.
Like, going to Philly. Like, traditionally, you wouldn't think, hey, let's take our kids to Philly.
Or even just, yes, places that wouldn't be on your bucket list of places to go, but also have such a different vibe. Like Philly as a city has its own vibe that is very different than Texas. Portland, completely, I shouldn't say Texas because I'm comparing cities to states, but like where we live, New Braunfels, Portland is completely different than where our kids are growing up,
That's why I was excited to take them to Portland because of the landscape over there. And it's just we lucked out. I mean, the weather was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, we ended up with great weather. And I'll tell you this, Rick, I am surprised. I thought Mount St. Helen was the bigger of the two.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the one we know. That's the famous one. That's the one people talk about. And I don't know why. I just figured it was because it was the biggest. Mount Adams is the biggest.
Yes.
And that's the one
correct?
you see.
And then there was Mount Hood is the one that we
went to.
Yeah.
But you're driving down the road, and there's this huge volcano mountain, and I'm like, that has to be Mount St. Helen. We looked it up. It's not. It was Mount Adams.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. And I wonder why that is, Rick, that Mount St. Helen is famous. My only theory is that it's because it's more active, maybe.
Yeah.
I hear Rick typing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
trying to
looking it
look it
up
up for us.
Because you would think the same thing, right, Rick? If you were in Portland,
Yeah.
and you would go, oh, that has to be Mount St. Helen, the big one,
Yeah.
and it's not.
It seems like it's more famous because of the catastrophic 1980s eruption. It was the deadliest and most destructive volcano in U.S. history.
So that's why we know it, because it was
more
in
famous.
the news.
Yeah,
and
infamous, right?
Yeah.
But gosh, man, it is just gorgeous. I mean, the tree. I mean, you're in a forest,
The
right?
trees are huge. I asked you, we were driving down the road to go to the pumpkin patch or something, and the cows look so little. I was like, why are the cows so little here?
I know, Renae, because the trees are bigger. That's why. They don't have many cows in Portland, honey. They do not have many cows in Portland. But yeah, they do look small because these freaking massive trees.
Are huge.
Have you ever done Portland or Seattle, Rick?
No, I would love to.
Man, it is just beautiful. And then we woke up Friday morning.
We really just had 2 days. It was a quick
Friday,
trip.
Saturday, yeah. Woke up Friday morning, and I wanted to go see something cool that wasn't too far away. So we decided to do Battle Creek
Park and Lake.
Yeah, but what was cool is it was in Washington State, so I wanted to take the kids to 2 states.
Yeah.
Because Garrett has his little
Pinboard
where he
That's
puts all the states he's been to.
Flag. Or not the flag. That's
I
a
wanted
map
him to
of
be
the
able
US.
to add that one, right? But we show up, and there's literally if I were to guess, maybe a 10-acre lake, 15-acre lake.
Yeah.
Crystal clear, and this perfect path that just goes all the way around it.
But wooded the whole way.
And I mean, it is like, Garrett just kept going, this is the coolest thing ever. And oh my gosh, this feels like a painting. And oh my gosh, this could be in a movie. I mean, it was just a perfect path amongst this forest.
They were climbing trees that had fallen down. They were picking up pine cones and leaves.
I had a pocket full of Delilah would come up to me, found another pine cone, Daddy, take care of it. I'm like, okay, put it in my pocket.
I literally got gotten back because she hasn't asked about her pine cones.
I know, dude. When we got to
ask about the pine cones.
When we returned the rental car, I saw them all in the back, and I was like, oh man, should I grab them? Should I bring her pine cones? But it was just gorgeous, and Delilah's, she's so loud, and there's like people out there trying to like enjoy and fish, and it's early in the morning, and Delilah's like, we should climb this. You want to climb this, Dad? Like just screaming. And people are looking at us like, can we enjoy nature, please? And you have to bring these little savages.
Oh no, they weren't savages. They did really good on this trip. There were no meltdowns.
No, it was our like, not meltdowns. Yeah. Garrett calls them crash outs. Now they're called crash outs.
He calls it a D1 crash out.
Yeah, now they're D1 crash out. We didn't have a D1 crash out. But man, we spent the morning just, I mean, it literally was like, it felt fake. The path was perfectly cut out.
Yeah.
Like perfectly, like they landscaped it. Right?
It was beautiful. Yeah,
And we just strolled. It wasn't uphill. It was probably a 15-acre lake. You could see all the way across it. And then you just kind of walk around it and just stroll. And there'd be like a little separation, and we'd go, okay, guys, do we want to take the high road or the low road? And Delilah would be like, I'm going on the high road. And she'd run over there and you could still see her. And it was just a really great morning. And then after that, we went to the museum.
The OMSI, the Museum of Science. Their science museum.
The Interactive Science Museum.
Yeah.
Which was...
It was good because they got to run around and it wasn't crowded. There was lots of space. They got to touch and fiddle with everything. Lots of interactive stuff.
Very interactive. I was a little bummed because, we did spend like an hour and a half and it was very interactive. And then I was like, well, let's go see something else in the museum. And that was it. There wasn't much more to see.
Yeah. Well, but you had to get back to the hotel for your interview anyway. You had that interview in the middle of the day.
Yeah, 2:30. And then Garrett's great. Garrett goes, Dad, Korean barbecue. Because we don't have that here.
Yeah, that's actually our thing. It just became a thing with Garrett.
You never been to Korean barbecue?
We go have Korean barbecue.
Have you done Korean barbecue, Rick?
Absolutely.
Dude, it's the best. You get at this table, and there is literally a grill in the middle of your table, and you're just throwing meat on it. And Garrett likes it because he wants to cook, and then Delilah and him are like, no, I want to cook. No, I want to cook. No.
They both have their set of tongs, and
they're flipping the meat,
over.
And you're cooking right there. So great experience for lunch with Garrett and Delilah. And surprise, and it's funny because you don't realize what they remember and don't remember. Because Delilah's like, I've never been to one of these. And it was like, you were at one last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garrett the other day was like, I've never been to Disney. I'm like, you little shit. I'm like, you've been like 3 times. Like, how dare you not remember that? I fucking remember it.
Yeah.
My pocketbook remembers it,
Carting that stroller uphill. I remember it.
Hold on. Hey, Mr. Brian.
Hey, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, but I've been thinking about you. I'm right in the middle of podcasting. I just didn't want to send you a text.
That's so weird. I was thinking about him and
like 15 minutes.
It's so weird. I was thinking about you and Les this morning too. I was gonna call and text y'all.
So, we'll call you right after this, sir.
Absolutely.
Where were we with Rick? What were we talking about?
Oh, Disney. How Garrett? Sorry, I just like hit my face in the mic.
Well, you just don't realize like, but then Garrett remembers things that you're like, how do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like he was really young when that happened, so it's really interesting. Like the things they remember,
the core memories,
and don't remember. And Delilah's like, I've never been to Korean barbecue. This is fun. I'm like, we were here last year.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting, like the things that you.
I'm curious to see next summer if she will still be talking about and remember London. Because now she keeps going back to, I want to go back to London. And she talks about the science experiment tea that we went to.
But she remembered Hawaii. She remembers Hawaii.
But sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't. I don't know. Like sometimes she'll say, take me to Hawaii. And I'm like, Delilah, you've been there. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what she remembers.
You had a thought and I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Just that I'm curious to see if she'll still be talking about London next year. Because right now she still very much talks about wanting to go back to London.
It was really cool because we were in the airport in the lounge. We're in the lounge. And the guy next to us gets up because they're like, okay, Heathrow, London, your flight's about to board. So this guy gets up. I go, oh, man, off to London. And Delilah immediately was like, I've been to London. I saw the London Eye. And I'm like, dude, that is awesome for a freaking 4.5-year-old to be like, yeah, I've been there, done that. But that's what I like about what I do is that we do get to go see like really cool things that normally as a family you wouldn't go, hey, we're going to spend our 2 weeks off going to Portland.
Yeah.
Or going to
no,
Philly.
If you were working there, we wouldn't go to Portland otherwise.
That's what I mean. So that's why I think it's really cool that the kids get this education to see different landscapes and to understand what a forest looks like. I mean, that is a forest.
Yeah.
I mean, you go over there and you're like, holy crap. Like this is, I mean, the trees are 10 stories tall. I mean,
Yeah.
it's insane. And I mean, they're huge. I mean, they're big. I mean, it's just gorgeous to see. And that little hike that morning was just one of those perfect little moments
Yeah.
that we just stumbled upon because for whatever reason, Renae let me lead. And I don't know what was going on.
No, the kids woke up so early because we were on Texas time. And so we had a super early breakfast. And then our plan was to stay close to the hotel that day since you had the interview. But we were like, well, we have a couple of hours to kill before the Science Museum even opens. So you were like, okay, I found a little hike. Let's go do this little hike in Washington. Put a
And
pin
Renae
in
was
the
like,
board.
okay.
And
I'm like, like for real? Like we get to just go for it? Like we just get to no agenda, no plan, no schedule? Like usually Renae would be like, no, the museum opens at 10. We're not going to make it back by 10. Where are we going? What is there to do there? Well, what's going on? Have you checked in? What's the plan? Like that's normally what I would have got. But I told Renae, I go, look what happens when you just go for it. You just do it. You just, hey, we'll see what happens.
I am not as bad as you make me out to be, Steve Trevino.
Y'all can believe what you want. And then I was laughing because Garrett really wanted to fish, and we run up on this couple that was fishing, and they had these bluegill. They were probably the size of my hand.
He was like, we're going to cook it and eat it.
And Garrett goes, that's bait for us. Like, we use that as bait in the Gulf and like in the Bay. I was like, dude, they're very happy
About their fish and their
about their
cooler.
fish and their cooler, dude.
Yeah.
Give them a break. But it was a beautiful day that day. And then, shows were always great. I mean, we had great shows, but Saturday was really freaking awesome. And dude, I got to give it to Delilah.
Oh my
Man.
gosh. Yes.
Dude, this hike is straight up a mountain.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong, it's paved, but it is a good 35 to 40 degree angle, sometimes 45 degree
I was going to
angle
say sometimes more maybe.
the whole time for 1.8 miles.
I think it was over a mile, but basically you're hiking to the top of a 650-foot waterfall. I think
It's 400 and
Multnomah
450
Falls is what it's
but
called.
I mean, you're
right?
like you're going this way, and then you got to weave back, and then you got to weave back, and then you
and there's no railing, and it just keeps going up and up and up. So I literally every time we make a curve, I'm like, all right, Delilah, on the inside. Get in the inside. Time to switch with mommy. Switch hands on the inside.
dude, halfway up, all of us are like, should we just go down? Like, are we done? Like, this is, and Delilah would be like, no, we got to keep going. And we're like, all right, well, if this freaking 5-year-old,
Well, because there's a lower hike, right? With the beautiful bridge that goes across the waterfall and a lookout. And that was all I had planned for us to do was just do the lower hike, get our beautiful waterfall pictures and like call it. But y'all
Dude.
wanted to hike a little more. And then once we started, Delilah was not turning back.
she was into it, dude. And what kept me going was there was like old ladies walking back down from up there. And I was like, man, if that bitch can do it, like, and like fat ladies like walking down and old men. And I'm like, why am I like,
Bryce called it. Bryce was like, guys, I'm stopping
halfway
here.
through, Bryce was like, I'll meet you guys down here. I'm going to chill, which probably worked out because he saved a kid's life.
Oh, I didn't hear this story. Tell me what happened.
Well, he's sitting there waiting for us. And some kid is there. He's like 8 years old, crying. And he's like, I lost my dad and my family.
How did
So-
you lose your dad on that hike?
So Bryce let him use his cell phone, and they were able to find a family member. And then the family member like ran down, but it was like they were long gone. Like they were forever. Anyway, but Bryce did give up. Bryce was like, fuck it. I'm done. And then we just kept going.
It was so funny. Bryce goes, listen, I could tell we were all kind of struggling, and I figured we all just needed one person to say they were done, and then the rest of you
and all the
would throw
dominoes will fall. But Delilah wouldn't let it happen.
No, and people were cheering her. They'd be like, you got it. Keep going on the way up. And we would stop and we would take breaks. We had to pee in a little cave because there was no restroom. But she was not going to give up till
But
she made it
dude,
to the top.
I got to tell you, I'm so happy that she made us keep going. It was out of this world. So you have this waterfall. It's a famous waterfall What's it called?
Multnomah Falls. I don't know if I'm saying it
Dude,
correctly.
this
but
waterfall just goes straight down this cliff for 450 feet.
no, I think it's 600. I think it's in the 600s.
Please Google.
I think it's Multnomah. I think is how you
I
spell
want to
it.
say it's 451 or 454. There was...
Who's right, Steve Trevino or Captain Evil?
I'm willing to bet me. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
620 feet.
What? What?
For the record.
No, I wrote the sign.
You're dyslexic. You read
I
numbers
can
wrong.
picture it in my head. Rick, help me.
It's what'd you say, Steve? 420?
450.
It's 450.
See?
Wait.
I'm totally lying, by the way.
Oh my
It's
God.
620.
I was like, what?
I'm trying to help you, Steve.
It says total height 620. The upper falls are 542, and the lower falls are 69. But total 620.
Fuck. Can we edit all this out? I was so confident. Anyway,
It's a story of my life.
it literally goes straight down this fall. But when you get to the top, Rick, it's magical.
There's like a landing where it flattens out again. And then like just a shorter waterfall. That's probably like, I don't know, what was that waterfall? 20 feet maybe?
60 feet according to...
The upper one, 69. And it's beautiful. The kids got in the water. They like splashed in the rocks. But Delilah didn't even realize what's scary is like just a few feet that way, it literally
straight down.
drops at 650 feet.
And then there's an outlook that pushes you out over it, so you can literally look straight down. Man, it was you forgot. I mean, it was miserable. Like I was tired, my legs hurt. I mean, it's a fucking hike, dude. I mean, you're like,
and road manager Kyle was doing the whole thing with his backpack
Yep.
on, which it had to be an additional 15, 20 pounds. And Delilah was picking up rocks, and she'd be like, "Here, Kyle, hold this one." So she's just like piling him up with rocks.
But I was bummed out for Bryce because the payoff was so worth it. And as soon as you got up there and you saw this, everything went away. And then there's this beautiful breeze that's cutting through
it was
there.
cool, and the water was
I mean,
cold.
we just and we ate lunch at the lodge on the bottom there, which was really cool because
Yes.
it's a 100-year-old lodge. But next time, if there ever is a next time, I would have liked to haul lunch up there and sit down and have lunch in there.
have a picnic up there.
Rick, you got up there and you were just like, oh my God, like it was unbelievable. And we didn't want to leave. Like we had to leave because I had to get to work, but we ended up hanging out up there for probably an hour. You know, Delilah found a little walking stick. Garrett found a walking stick. And then the walk down was great, even though my thighs, like it was working the front of my thighs.
I was nervous with Delilah's little legs, and there's no railing on the side on this hike, and it's high.
And there's a couple times on the hike where there is no railing, and none of it has railings, but a lot of it has railings, and then there's trees and bushes, and there's an angle. Some of these, there's no railing, and it's straight down.
Yes.
You misstep, and I don't know how I'd like to know, but I don't know how people have not
fallen,
seriously injured themselves there, either being too tired or not paying attention or making a misstep or slipping.
And even groups,
it goes straight
there's
down.
times where the path is not wide enough for people to be walking both directions. You have to kind of clear the way and let someone else go, and then you can pass. It gets narrow.
But it was a great day.
Oh, you didn't hear because you and Garrett going down got quite a bit of ways ahead of Delilah and I. But at one point she started singing. Who sings the song? I think it's what's his name? Grammer. What's his first name? Andy Grammer. I was about to call him Kelsey Grammer. Andy Grammer sings a song until I was like, "I'm not giving up, no, not me." And she was singing down the mountain. It was the cutest thing ever. That's probably
everybody
my
was all
favorite
about it.
memory from the trip was her singing that song on the way down. So proud of herself.
It was awesome, and Delilah shows a lot of grit, and I just, she is one of those people. She just has a positive outlook, and like this morning was really surprising to me because she was tired this morning and grumpy.
Uh-huh.
Dude, usually like she pops out of bed. She's like me. She pops out of bed and she's like, what does the day have for me today?
Yeah.
Like she's like all about, hanging out and being awake and being alive and she's giggly and she sings and she just has this great outlook on life.
Yeah.
And that really proved it for a 5-year-old to be like, no, like I want to keep going. And she just has that Grandma Dora energy, like what's next and what are we doing? And I'm in and let's go. And I don't need to sleep. And, let's party.
As a mom, it was really cool for me to sort of see, yes, she is stubborn and strong-willed. And yes, it is hard to parent, but it also shows itself in ways like her climbing to the top of that freaking waterfall,
Meanwhile, like an old Asian lady that was probably 80 years old flew past me. and her I thought she was by herself, and her poor husband is like cruising along with 2 walking sticks, and he's sweating bullets, and she's like, come on. She's just and I'm like, she fired me up, where I'm like, man, if this woman's like freaking... But again, we used to hike a lot when we lived in LA, where we would do like Runyon Canyon.
Yes.
You build an endurance for it.
Sure.
And the muscles for it. And so when we would do Runyon all the time, it was a stroll for us.
Yes.
So I would assume that there's people in Portland that, and a lot of Subarus in Portland. A lot of those hiking boot type.
Combat boots?
No, like Eric knows what I'm talking about. So does Rick. They're like / tennis shoes / hiking. They're basically a hiking boot.
Yeah.
Right. That they're kind of the go-to for the outdoorsy. I adopted a pit bull people. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Rick?
He's just giggling.
Sure.
I don't know how to explain it. I drive in a Subaru, that kind of thing. So, but great trip. Portland was awesome. We also happened to be there when Ice Cube was there, and apparently somebody tried to burn his bus down.
That's scary.
Isn't that crazy?
That's scary.
I'm like, why the Cube? Why Ice Cube? Like, what?
What's weird is that I didn't get any I didn't see any news about it on my phone. I'm not on TikTok. I don't use TikTok as my news source. I do like Google News, and it didn't come up in my news.
I will say that Portland was in better shape than last time I was there.
Yeah.
Last time I was there, a lot more graffiti, a lot more homelessness, a lot more downtown being very dirty.
Yeah.
And this time it wasn't as bad. So
yeah. No, the kids woke up on Saturday morning. The kids and I woke up on Saturday morning while you slept in a little bit, and I took them down to breakfast. And the street, yes, there were a couple of homeless people shouting, but not, maybe just like 1 or 2, because we walked a couple blocks to breakfast. But it was clean. It was clean.
They whatever they did, they definitely, last time I was there, it was scary.
Yeah.
Like last time I was there, I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking rough. So it was better this time. So I don't know what Portland's doing, but it definitely was better.
Yeah.
Even though Ice Cube I guess they threw one of those, what do they call them, Molotov cocktails?
Yeah, it was like an equipment bus that firebombed.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. So crazy. But we love traveling as a family.
Yeah.
That's a long flight. Oh, and then I'll tell this story.
Why does my phone is on silent? I don't know why it keeps beeping.
I don't know.
Okay.
Rick,
sorry.
there's been a lot of people in my career, you included, that have believed in me and has helped me and has that I could count on that have made my journey easier and better. I'm not saying that I would not have made it, but it definitely helped to have people in your corner that you could count on, that you could call, and Barry, he's a promoter out of Ontario. He sees me perform one night at the Ontario Improv, and he says, hey, I do these, shows here at the Improv, and I usually pay, $250, $300. And if you ever want to do one, I'd love to have you. And Barry and I started a relationship where I could always count on him when I needed that extra gig.
Yeah.
You know, when I needed to go scoop up $300, $250, you know.
Yeah.
And I loved it too. It's all black room, you know, and I love doing black rooms. And what I love most about it is that I don't change my act. You know, and it's funny because a lot of non-black comics, they'll do a black room and they think they have to black it up, and they never do well. They're like, I don't know. I always eat it at Chocolate Sunday, you know, our black night. Man, I don't do well at those shows. I'm like, because they see right through you. They see that you're not being authentic. They see that you're trying to pander to them.
It sounds weird to hear you say when I do a black show, but it's like that's also what they like. Not they don't call it the black show, but it's what you said. They call it Chocolate Sunday. Like it's legit called that. Or
yeah, that was called Chocolate Sunday. But you know, it's a black show, right? You know, and there was black. There's black rooms and there's Latino rooms and there's white rooms, and you know, and Barry's audience was 90% black, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I liked about Barry was that he always saved a table for his dad back in those days, and his dad back in those days was already coming up on 90.
Yeah.
And, you know, this sweet old man would sit there and he would save a seat for him. And I also liked that Barry would pray before his shows, which I thought was really cool. And I didn't see that at all other than his show.
Yeah.
In LA and around. So I thought that was cool. Barry always paid me. I never had an issue with Barry not paying me. Always paid me, always rooted for me, always looked out for me. And then specifically, and this is a crazy story. Barry hits me up. He says, hey, I want you to open for Cat Williams, right? Right now we all go, oh, wow, Steve, you get to open with Cat. Nobody knew who Cat Williams was back then.
Yeah.
He wasn't Cat Williams. He was just a comic, right? So I'm like, yeah, man, I'd love to do it. He's like, we're doing it in Ontario at the whatever. Well, prior to that show, my aunt was on her deathbed, and I didn't have any money to go home. So I called Barry up. I said, Barry, I know I have this gig coming up with you. Can you front me the money? I promise you I'll be at this gig, but I need the money to go home. Well, he did it. Not only did he do that, he goes, I'll buy your plane ticket. So he paid me and bought my plane ticket. I was able to go home. And then, dude, we end up, listen to this, Rick. We do the show. We get there. It's at the Riverside Theater, which seats about 2,000 people.
Are you talking about this weekend?
No. This was me opening for Cat.
Oh, okay.
There's maybe 200 people in the room.
Yeah.
Maybe in a 2,000 seat arena.
Oh.
And I mean, that hurts. I mean, it's happened to me before, right? Where you're like, oh, I'm in a freaking huge room. There's 200 people. So I meet Cat, nicest guy in the world. Super respectful, super nice. And I'm sitting there going, who is this guy? He's wearing like white dress pants. He has a belt buckle that's this big.
And he's so tiny,
He's
right?
tiny. Right? And he says hello. I do my set. And then he goes up there. Rick, I'm not kidding you, dude. Annihilates the place. I mean, I'm in the back like, oh my God, this dude is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he is killing. Afterwards, he invites me into his green room. We hang out. He gives me comedy advice. Just super, super cool. This is what I knew. This is where I knew that you do not quit. Because 5 months later, maybe, he's selling out arenas. Literally 5 months later. Because his special dropped like a month after that. 3 months later after that, or 4 months later after that, he's the biggest comedian out there. And it was just one of those deals where I'm like, I was just with him.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. 200 people came to his show.
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy about Cat, and a lot of people don't realize this, is that special that blew him up, he guerrilla shot it at the Atlanta Laughing Skull Festival. And what he did, which was genius, is he did it at that festival because he knew all these black artists and comedians were going to be there. So when he did it, he invited all these celebrities that were already going to be there to be a part of his special. And people thought, it made it look like, oh, all these celebrities support this guy Cat, when that wasn't the case at all. He did it at the festival, knowing that they were all going to be there. And then he was like, hey, can y'all help me? So they did. And they all came out, and then they're in the audience because it was part of the festival. So it made him look a lot bigger than he was, right? But holy crap, man, it was like, it felt like the snap of a finger from nobody knows who Cat Williams is to the whole world knew who Cat Williams was.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Rick, when all that happened?
I remember him becoming famous. I didn't know how he got there. I do remember his special.
Yeah, no, it was. I think Anthony Anderson's in it. I mean, all these celebrities, right? So anyway, Rick hits me up. Barry hits me up, and he says, "Hey, I'm celebrating my 25 years of being a promoter. Can you please do the show?"
Oh, I didn't realize that's what it was.
So I said, "Sure, man. Like, you've been good to me over the years, and I'll do it. I'll go knock it out."
Yeah.
Right. If I'm being honest, didn't want to because I was tired. I wanted to go home. It was Sunday. But I wanted to make sure that Barry knew that I appreciate him and that when I was nobody, he booked me.
Yeah.
Not to mention, he was also booking me at a time when I was struggling to get booked in town because of the racism. You can do, Refried Friday and you can do Mexican Monday, but all the other shows are for everybody else, not you. And Barry kind of, was adding something to that where I was really needing the work, right?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate Barry. Went and did it. It was a lot of fun, especially because Chris Spencer.
I was going to say, who else was there?
Chris Spencer was on the show. Chris has been a big advocate of mine as well, and Chris has always looked out for me. And anytime I needed a set back in the day. I mean, Chris is a big producer in Hollywood and a writer and a creator, and I mean, he knows everybody, right? And Chris has always just been a great advocate of mine, right? So Chris Spencer was there. Great to see him. He always brings up Jax, our dog.
Does he really? Why?
He goes, dude, most well-behaved, disciplined dog I've ever met in my life.
But also would bite somebody.
Bite your ass. Yep.
Yeah. But no, I remember you used to take Jax to the comedy club and he would sit on a stool at the bar.
Yep. And then Tiffany Haddish showed up.
That's
and
awesome.
Tiffany and I, we used to do Barry shows together back in the day.
I actually, now that you say that, yes, I remember being at a show at a casino and you and Tiffany and I forget who else were on the bill. Yeah, for sure.
So,
and she had, she used to do a joke where she would take chicken cutlets out of her bra. Do you remember this?
She called them chicken cutlets, but they were her fake.
Like the jelly inserts. But
she just pulled them out.
They legit look like, from the audience, like chicken cutlets.
Yeah. But, we struggled together. And, Tiffany was one of those people that I really bonded with because of we were both struggling. We were both trying to figure it out. We were both people who did not have a backup plan. We were both people that did not have help from home.
Yeah.
We were out there trying to fucking make it.
Yeah.
So we really hit it off. So it was really great to see her, catch up with her, give her a hug. And then,
how was she?
Oh, she's great. She's super funny.
Yeah, she's so quick too.
She's a little raunchy, but she's she don't give a fuck. And that's what, she walked on stage, girl, and then the audience just goes crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then Dion Cole. Dion Cole is from the TV show Blackish. I think he makes Blackish. I don't think Blackish is a hit show without him.
Yeah.
I had met him over time and over the years but never really got a chance to actually chat it up with him. So we were both watching the Cowboys game together in the green room and got to chat it up with him because I am a fan of his.
Where's he from?
I think he's from Chicago. Pretty sure. But super funny. Super, super funny. So I got to do that, and it was really cool to also get on stage in front of a packed house that was not necessarily there to see me.
Yeah.
I am now used to walking on stage. Everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows what I do, and I just do it.
Yeah.
You know, so there was a little...
You feel like you had to work a little more?
No, just a little education of, hey, we're going to talk about my family. So I have to kind of ease them into my style.
Right.
Right.
Because they don't know you. They don't know your family story.
But what I love about it is black, white, Asian, Latino. It doesn't matter. I don't change my material.
Yeah.
And to me, that shows me the beauty of human beings. We are all the same.
Yeah.
You know, and what the difference in the black room is what I thought was funny. I do that joke about like how hard women, my wife, she works hard, but we don't. Why men drink more than women? I do that bit.
Oh, the crying in the
crying
garage.
crying in the garage.
Yeah.
The difference when I was complimenting you and saying being a good mom, being a good wife is very difficult. It turned into the whole audience. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. I know that's right. Right. And then when I would talk about how hard it is to be a father and a husband, okay, it is. Mm-hmm. I know that's right. So but as a group, you could hear the whole audience go, mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. Tell them. Amen to that, right? Like the whole audience. So they're very different. The white crowds just stay quiet. The black crowd's like, okay, mm-hmm. Tell them, mm-hmm. Like it was awesome. But that's the only difference. Is the responses are the same. We're human beings. We're living the same lives. We all want the best for our kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about what I do is that it is crossover appeal. You don't have to be Latino to see my show. You don't have to be married to see my show. You don't have to be white to see my show. It is.
Yeah.
The act does not change. And it doesn't change if I'm in LA, New York City, or Portland, Oregon, or Middle America, Ohio. The act is the same.
Yeah.
And it's me talking about my struggles as a husband, my struggles as a father, and what we go through day to day, and everybody's living it. So that's what I love about being able to do shows like that, is that it still works. And they don't have to be fans of mine for me to still be hilarious. And that they don't necessarily have to be my audience, if you will, for things to be funny and understanding,
Yeah.
So it was great to do that. And I only charged Barry my expenses. I did not charge him to do the show. And I just, I was happy to do it. And I also think that, can I jump at if he calls me tomorrow and says, hey, I have another show next month, can you do it? Probably not.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's celebrating his 25 years, I was happy to be there for him to do that.
Yeah.
Just to let him know, I haven't forgotten.
Right.
And he'll tell you, he's like, Steve, you've blown up. He goes, what I love about you is you'll always answer my call and you'll always send a text back. And I said, always, Barry. I can't always do your shows, but I will always answer your phone call. And I think that sometimes artists get big and forget people.
Yeah.
And they decide, well, I can move on. And I try not to. I really try to remember the people that took care of me.
Yeah.
And I try to give back, right, to them. So with that being said, any questions, Rick?
Yeah, a couple. One is, let's go back to by the way, not to pour salt in your wound there, Steve, but you posted on your account about the how do you say that?
I think it's Multnomah.
Multnomah. You posted on there the height of the waterfall.
At 600 feet?
620, yeah. On your Facebook.
Where did I
Sorry
get the 450?
I don't know. Sorry to pour salt on those wings. But
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that.
The upper falls are 542.
But I'm still not even close. I mean, maybe I don't know.
I tried that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Choose a team, Eric. Choose a team.
Of all the places you guys have been, if you were to recommend to a family of, let's just say 2, where would you send them to that's kind of cost effective and they'll have the best time? Of all the places you guys have been in the States.
Man, you know what? And I'm bummed out. And I got to get Renae and Garrett and the family there and Delilah. Man, but maybe it's my love of history. I would do Boston, Philly, and then I would go to Williamsport, Virginia.
It's for sure your love of history.
And it is so nostalgia for you because it's all the things that have been embedded in your head as an American.
Yeah.
Right? It's Freedom Trail in Boston, the Boston Tea Party, Paul Revere's house. Then you go to Philly and there's Independence Hall. And what a lot of people do not know about Philly is that it is built to be like Paris, France with the museums. It is second in the world
Their art.
to art museums.
Yeah.
It is second in the world in art museums. And it was actually designed after Paris, France, I want to say. And then you go to Williamsport where everybody's dressed up colonial and they still have this colonial town that is just beautiful. And it's not that expensive. And a lot of the stuff that you get to do is you just choosing to walk Freedom Trail, right? Or you just choosing to go to the Liberty Bell or going into Independence Hall. I mean, you have to schedule things because it gets packed, right?
Yeah.
But just that whole East Coast of basically the original America is stunningly beautiful and really awesome to see all those things. So that's one of the places that I would really recommend that is outside of the norm.
Yeah. I was going to say the kids and I haven't seen the East Coast like you have.
Yeah. I know I need to get you to Boston. We did Philly.
Yeah.
But man, dude, you could do Boston, Philly, and Williamsport, and you could do that in a week, and you would be able to see so much. And just the I'm big on the education of your children, and your kids, Rick, are at a great age to really appreciate it, to really see it, to really go, man, I got to walk Freedom Trail. I got to go to the Tea Party Museum. I got to see where Paul Revere's house was. I got to, and then the cobblestone roads and Boston still feels very London because it's all tight and you know,
The cobblestone streets.
And Philly's wild. Be careful in Philly, but there's so much to see in Philly when it comes to history.
The Liberty Bell. Yeah, there's definitely something, our kids, they learn about something in school or they read about something in a book, and then to be able to connect the dots is huge.
So I would really recommend for a family of 4 to go do something like that versus, well, let's just go sit on a beach, you know, for vacation, or, you know, let's all take a cruise. Well, you know, this is an experience that I think your kids will keep with them their whole lives.
Yeah.
And not to mention it's very educational. You know, and if you really wanted to, you could do DC because DC's right there too, and go to the Smithsonian, right?
The
and
mall?
see the mall. Yep. The Lincoln Memorial. I mean, you could do DC, Boston, Philly, Williamsport, and I mean it's all right there.
Yeah.
Which blows my mind. People do not realize that the capital of the South is Richmond, Virginia. And Richmond, Virginia, I want to say, and I've been wrong today on the podcast, 1.5 hour drive to DC, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know.
That when you think of the South, you don't think an hour away, 2 hours. You don't think 2 hours away from DC is the beginning of the South.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Did you know that, Rick?
I did, yeah, just because I've traveled through there.
Right. What's the other question you had?
Well, Renae, what's your take? Where would you take a family?
I used to always love with our kids San Diego, which we haven't been in a long time. I don't know that it's cost effective, but there are so many wonderful things to do there. And actually, there you can find cost effective things. Like Balboa Park is huge. They've got a science museum there in the park that's amazing. They have a railroad train museum. The park is lovely.
Old Town is really cool.
Old Town. They have like an old Globe Theater that's modeled after Shakespeare's Globe Theater.
No, San Diego is definitely a great town to go visit with lots of options. You could do the beach. You could do amusement parks like Legoland and
SeaWorld is there.
And you could do hikes.
Yes.
You know, so
but
yeah.
you can bike on the boardwalks.
It's just expensive.
It is. And the traffic is bad. So it's like, what area do you stay in to explore is a little tricky. But we love it.
What's on your bucket list, Rick, here in the United States to see?
Well, what kind of prompted that was the way you guys were talking about Portland. I never really thought that I would want to go, but it sounds amazing.
You know what was cool about Portland was we got to experience in the 2 days we were there, we got to experience both beautiful nature and then what a city center has to offer, right? The Science Museum. The kids and I also went to, it's known as the world's largest independent bookstore. It's called Powell's City of Books. So I took them so you could get some quiet time in the hotel. And we went to this
I ain't doing none of that book learning.
huge bookstore, which they thought was so cool.
If the book don't have pictures, I don't want it.
But then we hiked to the waterfall, and then we went to a pumpkin patch too that same day,
pumpkin patch was
out
cool.
in the countryside, So it was a mix of like both, and they were both easily doable.
And from what I understand is if you go to the coast of Oregon, that's absolutely stunning. We just didn't have time to do it.
Well, and the Willamette Valley is supposed to have great wine too, and we chose not to do that because we only had 2 days and we had the kids. But yeah, I would go back to see Willamette Valley wines.
The rivers, the bridges. I mean, it's just a beautiful place. I mean, I feel so. I mean, I've seen this country 10 times over. I mean, you name something that this country has to offer, I've seen it.
Yeah.
From White Sands to the Niagara Falls to the Grand Canyon to around Mount Rushmore to DC and the Smithsonian. I mean, I've seen it all, and it's been a great education for me. And that's one of the things that I want to do for your mom. Your mom, for whatever reason, I asked your mom, I go, what do you want to see, Mary? And she goes, I want to see Niagara Falls. And I'm like, that was random.
Yeah.
So, next time I do Buffalo, we need to bring our passports so we can see. Niagara Falls is more beautiful on the Canada side than the U.S. side, but I've done both sides, and I would agree that you can get right up on the falls in Canada. But I thought that was weird that your mom was like, I want to see Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I don't know where she got that from.
Okay, take you over there. Anything else, Rick? Your bucket list.
Yeah. Gosh, that's a great question. Shit, I didn't think about it. I'd say Grand Canyon, maybe.
Grand Canyon's pretty awesome. If you do Vegas, our friend Don and Jeff.
I was just about to say that was such a cool experience. That was a cool
really
way to do
awesome for Don and Jeff to do that for us. But they have a helicopter ride that lands you in the Grand Canyon.
Yes.
Not gonna happen.
No, Rick, it was so cool. We went to the Las Vegas airport. It picked us up. We toured the Grand Canyon in a helicopter, and then they had a picnic lunch prepared for us, and we got to have our picnic lunch, and then we flew back out.
And then on the way
really
back,
cool.
they fly you down the strip, and then my huge billboard of me was right there, and the guy thing was like, "Is that you?" I'm like, that is me.
But it was like one of Jeff's big birthdays, and she planned that for his birthday, and it was really cool.
Rick, I laugh, man. Sometimes on Facebook, somebody will put like, check these boxes and what do you score? And it's all these like, have you been to jail? Have you done this, right? Have you traveled here?
Check.
And I'm like, dude, I literally check every single box. Like, have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done this? And have you done that? And I'm like, yep. I mean, I literally can check off everything on that list.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I'm learning something new about you. You checked off jail?
Yes.
Oh, several different states. Several different states. I have been to jail More times than I'd like to admit.
It's been a long time.
I'm behaving
It has been a
myself.
long time. I think the last time was very early on in our relationship.
I don't remember. There was some Navy SEALs involved,
Yeah.
and I did go
This
to.
sounds like a fake story, but it's not. And we're out of time, so
Yes.
today is not the episode.
To talk about me going to jail with a bunch. Well, I went to jail for the Navy SEALs, but the Navy SEALs were involved, and I don't want to drop any names, but it was quite interesting, and I got let out by this dude. He shows up, man, like
Rick's gonna be like, save it for the next episode.
it's like 8 a.m, and I'm like, and I see this Navy dude, and he's covered in like
Medals?
awards and medals,
Yeah.
and like he's like the fucking head of the Navy, right? This was in Richmond, Virginia, I think, or Virginia
Yes,
Beach.
it was in Virginia. I remember.
And they're like pointing at me, and I'm like, I'm over here. It's me. Well, I get out. They let me out, and I walk out with this dude, and I go, "Hey, man, thanks." And I stick my hand out, and he goes, "Don't shake my fucking hand." And he just kept walking, and I was like, "Oh, fuck, okay, sorry." I mean, it could have been your SEALs in here, but it was me. I took the heat. I literally told the cops, I go, and the SEALs were actually leaving that morning to go do a mission. Literally going to do that morning. And we're all lined up on
After
the curb.
the night in question.
Yeah, all of us are on a curb, handcuffed. And I tell the cop, I go, look, I am a shitty comedian. I go, I am not a hero. Those are heroes. I will take all the heat for everything we did tonight. And the cop was like, are you sure? And I'm like, I am 100% sure. Please take me in, not them. So I ended up taking the heat for trying to do my duty for this country.
It was a long time before Steve went back to Virginia after that.
On my defense, Rick, I did morning radio that was scheduled from jail.
I don't remember this part of the story. That was your one phone call?
So yes, my one phone call, I did morning radio from jail.
Did you say that?
Oh
on
yeah,
morning radio?
Because the radio station will you accept a call from the county jail?
I can't believe I don't remember.
So I did not miss radio.
That part of the
to be clear,
story.
I did what I was supposed to do. Yeah. Save some Navy
Turns
SEAls.
out you're an American hero after
That's it,
all,
baby.
Steve
That's
Trevino.
it. All right. Well, Rick's typing something. What are you typing?
I'm typing the description right now.
And it was the Tommy and Rumble morning show that I called into.
Just when it was about to be the Renae is right episode. You stole
was.
my thunder, Steve Trevino.
Hold on.
What? Why are we holding?
Hang on.
Are you going to call someone to verify this story?
Yep. Hang on. We're gonna find out if we can end this episode right.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what happens. Dude, I am on my podcast telling a story. Can you help?
Yeah.
We just want to confirm that I did not miss radio and I called you from jail.
More than once, I would think. This was a few years ago, but that is definitely a truism that could be multiplied several times. I was there when the actual incidents that were prosecuted occurred.
Yes.
So I know.
It was, not to mention, Tommy and Rumble almost got me beat up at a 7-Eleven, at a Wawa.
I thought you were about to say they had to bail you out once.
Do you remember this one? You guys sent me, dude, they sent me to Wawa to do a radio prank. I have
a jar of coins and money.
a jar of coins with money.
With a child's picture on it. It was a fake charity jar that said "Help Little Eddie" and his leukemia thing, all set up.
No, you put on there that he was born without elbows.
That's yes, and no elbows.
So
and
they go.
It looked like you snatched the money from the counter at the Wawa to pay for. What were you trying to buy? Cigarettes?
Well, after you go. As soon as somebody donates to you and they go in the store, then you go in and buy a 40 ounce with that money.
Yes, all true. Are people doubting this?
Well, my wife's sitting here going, I do remember you going to jail. She goes, I don't remember that you actually called the radio show in the morning.
I didn't know the part of the story that he used his one phone call from jail to call the radio station.
I'm responsible. I was not going to let Tommy down.
No.
And I had to be on the radio.
And I think he used it to promote his appearance at one of the comedy clubs.
That got canceled. And I got banned forever.
Did this have something to do with I don't want to let too much out of the bag here, but something to do with a car?
With a car, yes, and some Navy SEALs.
And I don't know how much I can say here, but I witnessed what happened, and I can't believe you're not still incarcerated.
He's such a white guy, incarcerated.
Yeah.
Man, we call it the clink, fool.
I can't believe you're not in the clink.
In the can. Well, I love you, buddy. Thanks for verifying my story, and we need to catch up soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Later,
Love
dude.
you, man. See
Later,
ya.
buddy.
That's hilarious.
So there you go, Rick. There's the radio guy that I called.
Nice.
I'm a little ashamed. I'm a little, trying to be a better person, and but you know what? It was a long time ago.
I think at one point one of your managers was like, "You don't talk about those stories."
Yeah. But we love you guys. Thank you for the love and support. We have to do our sponsors, Aztec Chevrolet, which is basically Confidence Auto Group. Give them an opportunity. I just got a text message from a friend of mine, Bubba, from Bubba's Got Gas.
Yes.
Our gas guy. Bubba is a friend of mine. He said, my best friend from Three Rivers buys trucks from Aztec and has great service. Pretty cool.
Yes.
But give them an opportunity, please. Old Salt Coffee, which we're sipping on right now as we speak. Absolutely delicious. Trevino 10 will give you the discount that you need. Rao Western Wear, please, please, please look us up and be patient. We are a mom and pop shop. We are working on getting all the sizes that are needed. So
Yes.
we're a little bit out of stock. We had a issue with some snaps and some buttons, so we had to send them back. So please be patient with us.
And because it's winter, and you don't carry a lot of them, but it's not a flannel, but it's like a fleece-lined jacket. It is so nice. It is so comfortable and so soft. If you're in a place with cold climate, that is my recommendation. That's the Captain Evil pick.
Yep. Awesome. Love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for watching us. Thank you for supporting us. And we're very excited. I already got 10 people to hit me up about they're going to be in Vegas. They're going to be at the show. They want to do the Rao Western Staunch after party. Very excited about that. We will take a few more if you want to DM me, our Captain Evil. And please, please, please share, tell people about the podcast. We'll see you another time. Thank you.